I was a happy child.
Oh my goodness.
Hello.
I'm 3 today.
I'm 3 today.
I was always out playing. I was a tomboy. I was in the streets running around, climbed trees and getting really muddy. I lived with my mum, dad and 4 sisters. They were all lively and bubbly.
Cheese.
We've always been a tight-knit family. I've always been petrified of rape. My mum went through the awful ordeal herself and has always drummed it into us girls from a very, very young age. I knew it would have broke Mum's heart to have ever had her child go through it. I was 11. I was walking home from school and the guy said, "I've made a den in the woods. It's covered in a bush and has a bed and everything that you can jump on." I know the exact smell of the place where it happened. Dried leaves and mucky mud. I could smell a hint of cigarettes that came from his breath and clothes. I remember his white Adidas polo shirt that had a hole in the sleeve. His clothes were mucky, his eyes were black and droopy. He had a heroin needle mark and
Why did you
self-harming
go with
marks
a
on his
stranger?
left wrist. Something I will never forget. Honestly, I felt like I deserved it for all the times I played up for my mum and dad, because I used to play ball in the house and smash things up. I was hard work.
Well, to me, it was as if she was thinking that she deserved to be raped. No one deserves to be raped.
Parts of it were
yeah.
believable, but the fact that she went with
Just a random man.
just a random person that she didn't know.
Even after her mum's been
Yeah.
trying to tell her
Yeah, exactly.
that she's been through it and she didn't want them.
Yeah, I'd say that's a bit suspect.
Yeah, that makes it like you can't believe it.
Credes i hwnna. Credes i fe ddo.
Okay.
Pam.
Pam ddim yn ei gyrfi. Am dirwedd fel la.
Seems like one of them stories that, you know, you'd sort of ever want to make up. If you think of rape as one of them ones that, well, he's drug addict and things like that.
She has a very distinct memory of the smell from his breath, his white polo shirt, and feeling that she deserved it because she played up as a child with her mother, which makes me think that it may possibly be true.
Yeah.
Oedd yn emosiynol iawn, yn dilyn trywydd yr ferch ifanc.
Ie, wedi ystod yr fam werth o fe. Y daunting.
To me, it wasn't detailed enough. I was expecting more detail, but also I didn't know what to expect.
She describes it well,
Yeah.
but how old is she?
11.
11.
Yeah. I don't think if you went through something like that, you'd sort of try and forget about it rather than. I
She
know
sounds
people
quite
deal
old
with it
there,
differently.
but
Yeah.
I would have a hard time remembering
Yeah.
stuff
That
from...
happened yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I would say I had a pretty good childhood compared to some people. I was 6 years old and my mum had gone on holiday for 2 weeks. Mum and Dad had split at this point, so I can't remember why my dad wasn't able to look after me. So I stayed with my nan for the first week, and then a close family friend, a lady from our church the second. Grandad dropped me off, and at the door stood a tall, quite muscular man with dark hair, the lady's son. remember him telling me that they all went to the beach and that he had waited for me. I remember him asking me if I had a swimming costume. I remember him asking me to put it on. And I remember the first time he touched me. He helped me put on my sunscreen. He was gentle and taking his time. Then he moved to my bottom and then to my genital areas. He told me that I had a spot on my bum and that he needed to keep an eye on it. Nothing happened for the next couple of days, except a few nights I'd wake up and he'd be sat next to my bed asking me if I was okay, if I wanted a drink. Then, on a sunny day, his son and nephew made a tent filled with games. The boys were playing football out on the front later that day, but they wouldn't let me play. He said he would play a game with me in the tent, and quite honestly, I remember being happy that someone wanted to play with me. We played Guess Who, and he asked about the spot on my bum, pulled down my shorts and bent me over. He sounded angry. I was too scared to turn around. It was wet, rubbing on my bum.
I feel the second one is more detail, seems more real, with the things that she was saying and how he was approaching and touching her.
Quite hard, isn't it? It's more believable
Yeah,
because she was more detailed.
and she was more comfortable with him
Yeah.
at the start, it seemed, because she said she was actually happy that someone was spending time with her.
Yeah.
That seemed a bit more detailed, but it was more of a different kind of detail, as in what he was doing to her instead of the different locations. It was more like when she was saying that he noticed little things like a spot on her bum. It's, it doesn't seem as common.
Os ddoi nhw'n... Fi'n credu mae'r un cynta yw'r gwir.
Well, with the experiences I have, I feel the second one seems to have more detail for me. The other one, not so much. I don't know. I mean, there just seems to be more in the second movie compared to the first.
Dwi'n meddwl mae'r ail un sydd falle siwr o fod yn wir, achos mae'r holl synhwyr yn yr un cyntaf yn cael ei drafod, ond mae fe'n dangos lot o'r plentyndod y plentyn a colli'r dynewidrwydd na, ond wedyn ar gyfer yr ail un dwi'n meddwl oedd e'n lot fwy calm, tawel a jyst yn adrodd yr hanes a
Fair point.
fi'n credu bod yn dangos emosiynau y ferch.
The first one sounded more like convincing than the second one. It sounded more like realistic.
Yeah, the second one could be, she'd gone into more detail, but it could be too much detail to make us think that it's the believable one.
Yeah,
Rather than
she's
it could
trying
be
too hard.
to put too much detail in. Yeah. I feel so guilty. I think we judge people too quick.
Yeah, and maybe just because she didn't say as much doesn't mean it's not true.
Yeah. That's the route I went down. I was like, it wasn't like flowing and it didn't sound right.
Yeah,
But
but even then, yeah, maybe they didn't want to talk about it as much.
So do you feel...
Yeah.
I feel bad that I didn't believe the second one now.
Absolutely, because while you're watching it and
You're judging
listening
it.
to it, you are honestly, from my perspective, I'm trying to put myself in their situation. And so I feel really bad now for not being totally convinced by the second story. Yeah.
I fynd trwy'r profiad y ddoi na, mae'r ferch fach 6 oed, mae beth mae hi'n mynd i gofio yn mynd i fod yn wahanol. a mae'r ferch yn ar 10 oed, mae'n mynd i fod yn delio dy fe mewn ffordd gwahanol. So mae pob achos yn mynd i fod yn achos unigol, fi'n meddwl o ran y reip yn dweud. Felly, allwn ni beth a dehongli dyle pawb fod yn ymateb fel hyn os dyn nhw'n cael eu camdrin. Dyna nhw.
A so ti'n gwybod beth sy'n mynd ymlaen behind the scenes yn dim ymlaen ti?
No.
So,
We shouldn't be quick to judge people because we actually don't know what they've been through and what they say might not always show like the full truth.
Yeah. People might be better, some people might be better at expressing themselves
Yeah.
and talking about what's happened, whereas some might not be.
Yeah, you don't need to know what's happening behind those stories, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
And I am probably one of the most unjudgmental people. I always try to see the bigger picture. And because you told me one of these was untrue, I totally judged somebody here and didn't take my own gut feeling in respect of this, and which I should have done.
Yeah, well, I was brought up you should never judge a book by its cover, and people react differently to different things. I have to say within myself, I've been raped several times within my marriage and I never told anybody. So, now you say that about the first one, I understand.